Where there is law, there is injustice. Every man hath his personal habits, passions, and impulses toward goodness, beauty, and truth. Life is fragile and absurd. Happiness is pleasure without regret. I think that in order to know love, one must make a mistake and then correct it. Perhaps it's because I appreciate all I have so much that I don't worry about what I haven't got. The assertion that you are in falsehood and I am in truth is the cruelest thing one man can say to another. When in doubt, my dear fellow, do nothing. To speak of it would be giving importance to something that has none. Chance created the situation. Genius made use of it. Respect is an invention of people who want to cover up the empty place where love should be. The subject of history is the life of peoples and mankind. Loving the same man or woman all your life, why? That's like supposing the same candle would last you all your life. The goal of the artist is not to solve a question irrefutably, but to force people to love life in all its countless and inexhaustible manifestations. I think that when you remember everything like that, you could go on until you remember what was there before you were in the world. Then he thought himself unhappy, but happiness was all in the future. Now he felt that the best happiness was already in the past. Nothing has been discovered. Nothing has been invented. We can only know that we know nothing, and that's the highest degree of human wisdom. Power is a word the meaning of which we do not understand. No one is satisfied with his fortune, and everyone is satisfied with his wit. The simplest and shortest ethical precept is to be served as little as possible and to serve others as much as possible. It can't be that life is so senseless and horrible, but if it really has been so horrible and senseless, why must I die and die in agony? There is something wrong. It's not so much that he can't fall in love, but he has not the weakness necessary. I think that to find out what love is really like, one must first make a mistake and then put it right. People of limited intelligence are fond of talking about these days, imagining that they have discovered and appraised the peculiarities of these days and that human nature changes with the times. I ask one thing only. I ask for the right to hope, to suffer as I do. But if even that cannot be, command me to disappear, and I disappear. You shall not see me if my presence is distasteful to you. A man's every action is inevitably conditioned by what surrounds him and by his own body. I often think how unfairly life's good fortune is sometimes distributed. Well, pray if you like, only you do better to use your judgment. The true meaning of Christ's teaching consists in the recognition of love as the supreme law of life, and therefore not admitting any exceptions. The most difficult thing, but an essential one, is to love life, to love it even while one suffers, because life is all, life is God, and to love life means to love God. He was right in saying that the only certain happiness in life is to live for others. I wanted movement and not a calm course of existence. I wanted excitement and the chance to sacrifice myself for my love. I felt it in myself, a superabundance of energy which found no outlet in our quiet life. Everything that I understand only because I love. I'm getting old. That's the thing. What's in me now won't be there anymore. Art is not a handicraft. It is the transmission of feeling the artist has experienced. There is no greatness where simplicity, goodness, and truth are absent. Art begins when the man, with a purpose of communicating to other people a feeling he once experienced, calls it up again within himself and expresses it by certain external signs. We are all created to be miserable, and that we all know it, and all invent means of deceiving each other. And when one sees the truth, what is one to do? It's not those who are handsome we love, but those we love who are handsome. If I know the way home and am walking along it drunkenly, is it any less the right way because I am staggering from side to side? There is one thing and only one thing in which it is granted to you to be free in life, all else being beyond your power. That is to recognize and profess the truth. No matter what the work you are doing, be always ready to drop it and plan it so as to be able to leave it. And all people live, not by reason of any care they have for themselves, but by the love for them that is in other people. Without the support from religion, remember, we talked about it, no father using only his own resources would be able to bring up a child. It's like scarlet fever. One has to get it over. Hell is the inability to love. With friends, one is well, but at home, one is better. It's different for you and me. You study, you become enlightened. I study, I become confused. The most mentally deranged people are certainly those who see in others indications of insanity they do not notice in themselves. Speech is silver, but silence is golden. For man to be able to live, he must either not see the infinite or have such an explanation of the meaning of life as will connect the finite with the infinite. He never chooses an opinion, he just wears whatever happens to be in style. I don't think badly of people. I like everybody, and I'm sorry for everybody. You think that your laws correct evil. They only increase it. There is but one way to end evil, by rendering good for evil to all men without distinction. Man lives consciously for himself, but serves as an unconscious instrument for the achievement of historical, universally human goals. There was no solution, save that universal solution which life gives to all questions, even the most complex and insolvable. One must live in the needs of the day, that is, forget oneself.